As he's coming and you, boom, get your arms underneath his shoulder pads, drive them up and then down, right? Back and down. How do I get a college football scholarship? A series where we evaluate active high school football players and give them feedback on their X profile, the posting that they're doing. We give them game film feedback, changes to potentially make, as well as let them know what divisions they currently grade at right now, whether it's D3, NAI, D2, FCS, Division 1 FCS, Division 1 G5 or Power 4. And then ultimately at the end, let them know what they need to do to get to the next level, which is probably the most important piece. Now, these evaluations are done by my team and I, where my head coach has 15 years of Division I recruiting experience, as well as myself, who earned a Division I college football scholarship in the SEC at Ole Miss at just 5'7" and 150 pounds. Now, if you want a professional evaluation just like this, I'll leave a link in the description below. Also, these are posted every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific. So let's jump right into this. So let's start with the X profile feedback, and then I'm going to jump through to this huddle and go through his film and all that stuff. So here's the initial profile that we're looking at here. You've done a pretty nice job overall setting up your X account. What I want to see is the city and state. So right now it just says like joined August 2024. So we want to make sure there it has your city and state. Again, anything we could do to make it easy for the coaches to know where you're at, to connect with you, we want to do, right? Also, we want to add a link to your Huddle account. So in the Huddle link, under the website options, under settings, you'll be able to add a link right to your Huddle. And I'm going to share with you, because the way your Huddle is set up, what you need to do and what link you need to add there, okay? I'd also add a banner up here just to make it look nice and clean. It just makes it look more real. The more you can make it look real and that you care and everything else, the better, right? It's recruiting is not like, oh, this one little thing and everything works. No, it's like it's a bunch of little things done right that get you the opportunities, right? So use a team shot or whatever, something of you, an action shot, a team shot. And then this picture, I want to see your number, right? Again, this makes it easier for coaches when they're setting up your account in ARMS, which is the software they use to track players. It's easier. They know your number. They can put it in. It just makes it easier for them. So really simple changes here. Other than that, really good job of setting that up. So let's jump into the feedback that we have. All right, we need to be more active, right? As a young player, you can really use this to build your brand. Like, you're super young, so the more time you have, the more time you have to build your brand, right? And to follow coaches, to get them to follow you back, to build relationships with them. It's a great opportunity for you, and so you want to start posting now. The algorithm today favors posting more, right? So if you've seen my other videos, like your highlights, you could do single. So if you have 15 highlights, that's 15 days worth of posts, right? And then you could do a mid-season and stuff like that as well. Skill development. You're going out on the field. You're working on your footwork. You're working on your hands. You're working on your pass protection, right? Depending on what position you end up playing. These are all things that you got to be posting, and it's really easy to do. Buy a little tripod on Amazon, you set it up, you film it, you post it. You don't think about it. Too many people think about posting. Oh, what am I going to write? That doesn't matter. Just post it, right? And over time, you got 4 years. Over time, you will get better. Any workouts that you're doing, right? Like bench press, on a day that you're going in, you're doing 3-4 movements, just video one set of each movement. And that's 4 days of posts right there, right? Any team-related stuff, the food that you're eating. Hey, like, I care about my diet, right? So check out, I'm eating this awesome meal, or I'm trying to gain weight, or I'm trying to lose weight, or whatever. Post it. And then what you like to do for fun, right? Coaches should be able to get to know who you are. And I'm telling you, the players that do this, that we work with and mentor, when they get on the phone with coaches, they know who they are. It's so much easier conversations. It's faster to offers. So you want to make sure to do that. All right. Tag coaches on a rotation. So every one of these posts, you want to be tagging coaches on a rotation. So if we look here, like this was 2 weeks ago, a week ago, and I think that's it. So I know you're young, but we got to get posting. All right. And then on these posts, we want to tag coaches. So I think here you actually did. So good job. Congratulations on this. but we got one coach, that's your high school coach, and then these are the coaches from the actual thing. So that's fine. You want to tag the coaches from this, but here, like your highlight, again, this is a great opportunity to tag all of the coaches that you are following, right? And that, after this video, what divisions you should be targeting. We're going to go find 50 to 60 schools within those divisions that meet your needs. We got to be targeting following those coaches. All right. Also make sure, okay, so we talked about that. This is when you start tagging them in posts. The chances of them seeing your content will greatly increase, right? So the more you post, the more these coaches that are going to be following you back, because you're going to be following them, will see your content. The more they see it, the more they get to know you. Then when you reach out to them, the higher probability they're going to reply to you. And then when you get on the phone with them, the better the conversation you're going to have and the faster you're going to move them to an offer. This is just, it's pretty common sense, right? But like it's the act of doing it. And it's hard. And that's why 99.999% of players don't do it. And that's why 99% of players don't get scholarships. So it's good that you are here. And for those of you that are watching this, and I know sometimes I go on these rants, but I mean, I just want to really hit it home. Keep in mind that a coach should be able to come to your page and get a really good feel for who you are as a player and scrolling through your posts, right? So we talked about that. So let's talk about your game film. I mean, so here's the deal with your game film. We need to put together a highlight tape replacing the individual game highlights. So we come to your page right here. As you can see, they're just like individual games. Let's go to newest. Okay, perfect. So they're individual games. So this is tough. Like if you send a coach here, they might click on one, they might not, right? So we want to give them what they're looking for, and we want to make it really easy for them. So a good practice is to do one mid-season and then another at the end of the season, right? Some players, especially as you get older, doing 3-6-9, like doing like a 3-game, a 6-game, a mid-season, and an end season is totally fine, depending on how you play and etc. Right? So, but general practice, a mid-season, another at the end of the season. This helps coaches to evaluate it much faster. It's really hard. Like I went through and did watch some of your plays, but as a college coach, if they see this, they're just not gonna watch, right? And they're just too busy. So if they look at this, they're just gonna immediately assume that you're not a good player, and that's not the case with you at all. Like you have a lot of potential, a lot of opportunity, and we'll go through a little bit of that here in a second. But this is what we need. We need you to do. Okay, a couple best practices, pretty straightforward. Make sure that you put your best plays first. And then once you have your best plays first, then we can actually evaluate a highlight film and then move plays, adjust plays based on that. All right, so right now, great young player, lot of potential, and the fact that you're already grading as a scholarship player as a freshman is really powerful. Like this is not common, right? And I know it's the lower levels, but to actually be grading at a scholarship player as a freshman is awesome. It's really good. Congratulations for that. This is where you grade at this point. Now let's talk about what we can do to get to the next level, okay? The divisions that we chose were based on a couple criteria. One, you're a young player with great size, right? Can't teach size. Can't teach height. Can't teach size. I know that. 5'7", I really struggled with that. There's actually a funny video out there during one of the games where the announcer said, not intimidating from a size standpoint. That's not you, right? So you have that, so you want to take advantage of that. Your athleticism is also solid for both tight end and really solid for offensive line. We currently think, based on this short little footage that we have, that you grade out as an offensive lineman, or you're probably going to get recruited as an offensive lineman, but that can change, right? So going forward, there are a few things I feel like could really help you improve. At the offensive line and tight end position, I'd like to see you explode off the ball with better pad, right? So explode off the balls, lower, bend at your hips, right? Bend at your hips, not at your knees. Now it's kind of hard for me to do in this video, but I want to see you bend at your hips, not standing tall like this, right? That just won't work at the next level. You can get by with high school, but not at the college level, all right? And then really start striking people. We want to see you hit, and they should be going backwards, right? That's one thing that's really important. Like I'm just going to go to this first play right off the bat here. So you did put the circle. Good job there. But watch. See how you kind of just absorb it and then you push him back? I mean, it's great that you're a freshman. It's really good, man. However, that's like as he's coming and you boom, get your arms underneath his shoulder pads, drive him up and then down, right? Back and down. And there's a couple plays that are like that, so I'm not going to drill at home. I think you totally understand. But that's what we want to see, right? Really striking people with your size. Because you have it, use it. And you already are showing that you have the strength. We just want to see it, boom, right off the bat. All right? Being in a better position and having better pad level will also help finish blocks, right? So if you notice, you do stand up, boom. Let's stay low, pad level, bend at your hips, okay? And then physicality at these positions, like on the line, man, even at tight end, on the line, at tight end, physical, violent type players. This is what they're looking for at the next level. And so I want to see you just striking people, driving them backwards, especially on run plays. This is what separates, like, the ability, like what you're doing, you're winning, right? So winning is NAI, winning is Division II, right? Potentially with size. Dominating is when we start looking at FCS, and then really just like every play, violent, crushing people. We start looking at G5, and then every game, every play, just totally taking over games. That's when you start looking at the Power 4 level. So you're a freshman and you're winning already, which is awesome. So a lot of potential, a lot of opportunity for you. Really excited to continue to watch you grow. So hope you got value from this. If you want to get a professional evaluation and see if your son meets the criteria to do so, I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you got value from this video and you want to watch more videos like it, just make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification. And if you want to watch a previous evaluation that we did that's really powerful, then you're going to want to watch this video right here.